Hi, my name is Paul Garcia, the host of PG Basketball. How you started to be a coach?
I've always liked teaching basketball. Then I I didn't know how to start or like where to start, but I graduated from Perpetual Nung High School, and then I went there briefly for college, and I just sent my resume to the sports director Anton Tamayo. He's a friend din naman of mine, and then siguro it took like a year or two ever since I sent my resume, and then binigyan niya ako ng chance kasi nagkaroon ng opening sa Perpetual Molino, and kaka-restart lang ng basketball program nila after 3 years kasi of pandemic. So ginrap ko lang yung opportunity, kahit medyo malayo sa akin. Naisip ko, if I wanna start this now, I have to start somewhere. And hindi rin madali na magkaroon ng coaching job, because madami may gusto maging coach din. So I just have to grab the opportunity na present sa akin and do the best that I can do with it. Para matuto din ako kasi even if I think I know, you'll never know until you're there in that situation. Diba? Lalo na handling 15 players, 20 players, hindi talaga biro eh. Nag-start ako yung team, I think nasa 25 kami. And yung tryout namin, 250 kids ang pumunta sa Perpetual Molino. Then I cut it down to 150, then 150, kinat down ko sa 50, then from 50, naging 25. Sobrang hirap yung time na yun kasi yung 250 kids, isang baksakan dumating. And then, siguro mga 4 hours ata kami nandun. And naawa pa ako kasi umulan pa. Kaso yung mga bata, talagang desidido talaga. So makakita mo talaga, the Philippines, yung mga Filipino, mahal talaga nila yung basketball. Swerte ka pag naging varsity ka talaga ng isang school. Yeah bro, sobrang hirap pumili yung ginagawa ko. I have an assistant coach, Kervin Lucente. Shout out to him. And then my dad was there. And then si Chris Lalata doon, dumaan kasi taga-UC. And then ang ginawa ko, may tinape akong numbers sa sapatos nila. Tsaka sa jersey nila, depende sa nila. And then, nagpapalista ako sa tatay ko, sa assistant coach ko, yung mga number, yung mga pwede. So, tinitignan talaga namin yung number, ganun. Tapos, nilista namin mga sa tingin namin pwede, kinuha namin lahat ng number ng mga pumunta, age, gano'n, yung height. Nagpalista talaga kami. Siguro isang oras lang, puro palista lang. Then nag-warm up para mabilis, and then quick drills lang. So, sa layup pa lang, makakita mo naman kung sino marunong or hindi. Kasi college na hindi na kami high school. So, pag college, there's certain criteria sa tingin ko na kailangan. Like, marunong ka dapat layup. At least, left and right. Kailangan marunong ka dribble. May certain coordination level na kailangan. Mga ganun bagay. Recently lang bro, nag-recruit kami kasi wala naman kaming kilala sa Cavite. And then, gusto talaga namin homegrown talents kasi daming talent ng Cavite talaga. Sobrang daming influx ng players from Cavite. So, I didn't want to get players sa labas. Tsaka wala kaming dorm start. Hanggang ngayon, wala pa naman doon. Meron nga akong player galing Manila pa na nakuha namin. And then, yun, talaga nagkayo. But bumigay din. Kasi mahirap talaga. Aral, tsaka practice. People don't understand na kung gaano siya kahirap. Yung ibang players namin na nagtatrabaho pa, like, hindi nila kaya kasi Siyempre, may pamasahe, may baon, may miscellaneous pa minsan sa school. Ganun. So, talagang mahirap mag-recruit kasi ang offer lang namin is scholarship lang. But recently, nakapag-recruit kami, nagpapatulong ako sa friend ko na taga Cavite, si Carl Soriano, player din. And then, may mga players kami naging interested, and then kung sino lang willing talaga, and naging honest lang ako sa sitwasyon niya. So, ayun. Mahirap mag-recruit pag wala kang pera.
Experience playing to be a coach.
Siyempre, naglalaro din ako ng professional. Like coaching amateur basketball in short. And then, hindi rin mahaba pasensya ko pagdating sa referees. And then, talagang, I have a certain standard ng basketball. Gusto ko lang maayos yung laro. So minsan, nagre-reklamo ako para sa kabilang team kasi hindi maayos yung tawag. Because mali yung tawag in short. But kahit pabor sa kalaban, gusto ko, tama yung nagaganap. Kasi hindi matututo yung mga players kasi these are young players. Dapat the rules and regulations talaga are the most important thing. Hindi nyo pwedeng gawa-gawa na lang ng rules. Siguro yun yung frustration sa lower levels basketball, lalo na hindi NCRU out. Or even na ASCU, mas maayos, and NCRA, maayos din. But like sa mga hindi mo nakikita sa TV or sa online, napansin ko na wala silang self-accountability. So, pati yung mga organizers ng league, like, ayoko hindi ako magbabanggit, but yun siguro pinaka-struggle na para nagiging business lang siya. But at this low level, I feel like it should be for the love of the game maggawa ng liga. Kasi dapat inaalagaan natin yung mga players natin, tsaka yung sport natin, in short. Siyempre naman bro, Jim, na I feel like kung sino man pumasok sa coach, yun talaga yung magiging dream nila. Parang pag nag-varsity ka sa school, gusto mo rin maging pro. You know, mapunta sa big leagues talaga. I'm happy naman where I'm at kasi it really humbled me to see the level of basketball, you know, at this time, lalo na yung panahon natin ngayon. Ibang-iba kung paano yung mga ugali ng players, what is hard work for them is not hard work for me, or may mga bagay na pananaw nila sa buhay, or yung mga, syempre, it's a online world now. So talagang dati, pag water break lang. Ngayon, water break, nagsi-cellphone pa eh. So, medyo may mga bagay na it makes me realize na marami akong kailangan matutunan about kasi coaching is not half of it. I think is basketball, the other half is how you can coach players to become better players plus better individuals. So it's the connecting part with players. Yun yung pinakamahirap, you know, how to motivate different players kasi magkakaroon ka ng bagong player, and then may mga lumang players, and then kailangan, how do you coach a group kaso magka-cater ka pa rin sa mga individuals. So it's not just basketball, which is what I realized at the end of the day. And sana pag nagkaroon ako ng success, gusto ko i-earn yun pagpunta sa big leagues. Ayoko like, dito ka na, coach ka dito, ganun. Para lang masabi, nag-coach ako sa big league or something like that. Gusto ko pag nag-coach ako sa big league, may pinatunayan muna ako bago mapunta lang.
How's teammate with Samboy De Leon?
Intense si Samboy. Talagang very competitive guy. Tapos, pinaka-admire ko yung work niya behind the scenes kasi sobrang sipag niya. Magpa-conditioning, magbuhat, and then nag-extra pa yan. Ginagawa niya talaga yung kailangan niyang gawin bilang profession niya, which is basketball. Pagiging professional athlete, you know. Bihira ka lang makakita ng mga ganun players na yung daily routine is naka-ikot sa pagiging professional player. And akala ko masipag na ako minsan. Kaso pag nakikita ko si Samboy, like the way he works, the way he takes care of his body, mapapaisip ka na ngayon. So ngayon, matcha-challenge ka ngayon na I have to get better in some way. So he leads by example talaga. He's more of a leader by example. Which is it's just a good thing talaga. It's a good thing because Alman naman is very vocal. Si Samboy naman, gagawin ko yung part ko. And then he'll leave it all out on the floor. And then very positive siyang teammate. Hindi siya negative. He'll lift you up kahit kasalanan mo pa yung pagkakamali. But, so yeah, si Samboy.
Last question, redraft with NBA Draft 2020.
One was Anthony Edwards, Timberwolves. Second, Wiseman for the Golden State Warriors. And then LaMelo was third. And then Patrick Williams was fourth. And then for the Cavs, it was Isaac Okoro. So number one, Anthony Edwards for it. Can't really change that since he was the Rookie of the Year. Pag Rookie of the Year, hindi mo kasi pwede palitan sa number one. Number two, LaMelo Ball. I think if he went to Golden State, they wouldn't have done so many trades. Ngayon. Tapos bagay pa sa playstyle. So, medyo nagulat ako sa pick nila kay Wiseman. Because they never really use a traditional big. Especially a post player big. And then number three, Tyrese Maxey. Para sa to go to the Hornets. Kasi pwede rin eh. He's a leader din naman. Kaya niya rin buhatin yung team niya. So kaya niya rin naman i-put up yung numbers ni LaMelo Ball. Sure. And then for the Bulls, Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton slipped, I think, past the lottery. 17th ata siya, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. And then, syempre, man, he's a franchise player of Indiana. Maybe the Bulls wouldn't have traded for Lonzo Ball. They would have kept more pieces together. So, that would have been a good fit for Tyrese also. Big market pa. And then, number five, for the Cavs, I like Devin Vassell from the Spurs. So, feeling ko mas kung paano maglaro yung Cavs ngayon, bagay na bagay siya. And then, he can play, he's a two-way player din kasi, very